This is a Channel 11 News Decision 2025 special, the City of Pittsburgh mayoral debate. Tonight's debate features Republican Tony Moreno and Democrat Corey O'Connor and is presented by WPXI TV, the Black Political Empowerment Project, and these partners. Here now is Channel 11 News anchor Lisa Sylvester and Chief Investigative Reporter Earle.
Hello and welcome to the Decision 2025 City of Pittsburgh mayoral debate. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Sylvester.
And I'm Earle. We are your moderators for our debate between Democrat Corey O'Connor and Republican Tony Moreno. We welcome and thank both of them for being here to discuss the issues that matter to you, the voters. Both
candidates agreed to our debate rules, which will include 60 seconds for opening statements, 60 seconds for answers to questions, and 60 seconds for closing statements. We will also allow time for a 30-second rebuttal and follow-up questions as we see fit. A panel of WPXI journalists, including both Rick and me, agreed upon today's questions.
And Mr. Moreno, as agreed, we are going alphabetically. You have 1 minute for your opening statement.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Tony Moreno. I appreciate you for having me, Channel 11, and Rick and Lisa, I appreciate it very much. Corey, thank you. Pittsburgh, I'm here for you. I'm a retired Pittsburgh police detective. I'm a military combat veteran. I was airborne. I served my country. I moved here to make my career and raise my family, and the reason I did that is because this is the city of Pittsburgh, and it was the finest city to live in when I came. Now it's not that way. I'm here to fix the problems that have been left here. Somehow our government has gone out of control and they're not honest to us, and I'm trying to bring honesty and love back to the city of Pittsburgh and help everybody grow, everybody succeed, and everybody live the life that they want to in the city of Pittsburgh. So I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking to trust me to give you transparency and accountability so I could bring everybody in the city of Pittsburgh to prominence.
All right, thank you, Mr. Moreno. Mr. O'Connor, 1 minute for your opening statement.
Yes, thank you, and thank you, Channel 11, for hosting us, and thank you, Tony, for your service and also for your ability to go out in the community and talk to the voters like I've been doing over the past few months. I'm Corey O'Connor. I'm the Democratic nominee for mayor, and I believe in our city. I believe in its future, and I believe that we deserve better. I believe we deserve better transparency when it comes to our budget. I believe we deserve better when it comes to our fleet and our public works, as well as our public safety. And I believe my 11 years experience in city government, 3 years experience as your county controller, puts me as the best candidate in this election to talk about a vision of growth and opportunity so that we can ensure that our residents succeed and that we can build a better Pittsburgh for each and every one of us.
All right, thank you, Mr. O'Connor. Now our first question focuses on the city's financial standing. Allegheny County Executive Sarah Innamorato made the difficult decision just after taking office to raise taxes. Mr. O'Connor, we will start with you. If you win, given the financial difficulties facing the city, will you raise taxes? You have 60 seconds.
So first thing we have to do is be transparent with our budget. We know last year's budget was false. We know this year's budget shows faulty numbers as well. It shows not a long-term 5-year solution. It shows zeros when it comes to capital improvements, when it comes to paving. And you did mention the county executive. I was the one, as the county controller, that blew the whistle on the financial deficit in the county. In the city, you have to go in and actually be transparent first and foremost. We do not know the actual numbers that this administration has put forward. So for me, it's getting in there with my 11 years experience and bringing my team from the county controller's office in as well to look at each and every line item in that budget to make a determination where we can cut costs and save money for taxpayers while we can still produce a good product and resources in our communities.
Mr. O'Connor, I'm going to give you 15 seconds extra to answer the question, yes or no. Will you raise taxes?
At this point, we don't even know the numbers. I mean, right now we've seen a preliminary budget from this administration. That does not allow us to see what contracts are out there, where we're misspending and misappropriating funding. You have to do that first before you make any long-term decision on a tax or a fee of any sort.
Okay, Mr. Moreno, same question to you. Will you raise taxes if you are elected mayor?
I won't raise taxes. We don't need to raise taxes. The police union are in the middle of a contract negotiation, and I just saw their financials, and I saw the layout of the city's financial future. and it is strong, ladies and gentlemen. There's $1.6 billion of commercial building that's going to happen in the city of Pittsburgh going forward. We have risen our residential building by 1,700%, and in the last 3 years, from 2020 to 2023, it's grown by 405%. There's money coming in here. We don't need to raise taxes. The money's there. Our government and our legacy politicians are just lying to us. It's how they spend it. They choose not to spend our money, our tax dollars, in the places that they are needed the most, in our marginalized neighborhoods, in those neighborhoods who are looking up at the building and the development in the city of Pittsburgh while they're living in squalor. I'm here to bring that transparency and accountability to the city.
All right, thanks to you, Mr. Moreno. I want to stay on this topic and ask a really quick follow-up question. First to you, Mr. O'Connor, 30 seconds. I know you're saying you have to take a good look at the books first, but do you envision having to cut programs, or for that matter, to lay off workers? Do you believe that there are too many city employees? Mr. O'Connor, 30 seconds.
Well, no, first of all, I mean, we have to look at where we are wasting money. I mean, this administration went out and took the COVID relief money and hired 100 new employees. We're not saying that those jobs need to be cut. We have to start investing in growth and opportunity. When you start bringing in more tax revenue, then you're going to see that at your bottom line. So for us, it's about growing our tax base, ensuring that we have more housing available for all types so that we can grow our tax base, create new jobs, create new revenue streams in the city of Pittsburgh that we aren't doing right now.
All right, Mr. Moreno, 30 seconds for you. Do you envision having to cut programs or possibly having to lay off city workers?
Absolutely not. There is no reason. The money's there. It's just how we're spending it. There's an intention here to keep the progress and the development and the successes away from people that are suffering, because it would be an outrage in our regular blue-collar communities, in our working poor communities, if they knew how much money was coming through this city but not being spent where they need it. They're suffering. We're suffering, and they could fix it if they were just honest.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Moreno. Rick?
Yeah, gentlemen, according to the City Controller's Office, reassessments on downtown properties have reduced real estate revenues for the second year in a row. Downtown properties account for a quarter of all real estate taxes collected by the city. How would you address downtown vacancies and the eroding tax base? Mr. Moreno, you're first.
First, looking at those revenues and those revenue projections that I saw through this contract negotiation, those real estate revenues, even though they're being rated downwards, are still above 2019 rates. They are growing, and they are going to keep growing. So what we have to do is look at how we're spending that money. We're not spending it correctly. We're being deceptive on how we're making these matrices out to get the money into the hands to the people that need them. The money's there. We don't need to alter how we're doing this. We need to alter the people who are distributing it. It comes from that old school thought process of, we're just going to spend the money where we want to, not where it's needed. Our legacy politicians are continually along that. That's why I'm here for change, and I'm going to change how we're spending money through the vision of love and compassion and the places that need it first.
Mr. O'Connor, your solution to downtown vacancies and that shrinking tax base.
Yes, we have a great opportunity to rebuild our downtown and our communities. We have a lot of vacant and abandoned space, but I don't look at that as vacant, abandoned blight. I look at that as opportunity. If you see other cities, Denver, for example, took their downtown revenue and took out a $600 million bond. Just was in Cleveland the other day talking to their mayor, who actually got $100 million from the Cleveland Browns to talk about investing in their downtown area. If we are smart, we can capitalize on the funding that's already in downtown to use to bridge gaps, to rehab buildings, not just for housing, but for opportunities for entrepreneurs, for new companies to locate back in our downtown business district. But we also have a great ability downtown with a tenant that we don't talk enough about. Point Park University has been an anchor tenant downtown and has added 500 new students with a plan to add an additional 500 new students. By doing that, you make your downtown more vibrant, more people will spend tax money downtown, and we can create new revenue by investing in downtown in a long-term vision.
Thank you, Mr. O'Connor. The state Supreme Court recently ruled Pittsburgh's so-called Jock tax was unconstitutional. The city had expected to collect nearly $17 million from that tax through 2030. What would you do to make up that lost revenue? Mr. Moreno, you're first.
The job tax was something that we should have just not used as our functioning budget, because this was always going to be challenged. Now it's gone and there's no backup plan. But when you look at the actual budget, if we were just to decrease the budget amounts, not counting public safety and public works, by 1% from their projection, we would have brought in $39 million extra dollars. And what I'm saying is the city consistently overprojects their capital budget and their general fund, and they're transferring monies around that regular people out in the communities don't know about, so they're able to be deceptive in what they're telling us. The money is there, it's how it's being spent. Just that one simple percentage of the overage would have made up for that by far.
Mr. O'Connor, your response to that?
Yes, I mean, the jock tax, we all said in the primary election that we can't rely on money that's not guaranteed, and that was the problem. So now we have another hole in our budget. So that's where we really have to have the conversation about an economic growth and economic boom, creating new tax revenue in the city of Pittsburgh with jobs, with companies. We just saw yesterday, EOS announced a major headquarters opening in Nova Place. Those are the types of collective collaboration that we can have to grow our tax base, create new residents in the city of Pittsburgh. It's about growth right now. If you have more and more people living in the city of Pittsburgh, they will contribute to our tax base. And that will allow us to stay the course and not have to raise a fee of any type. But we have to invest in a growth mentality right now.
Thank you, sir. Lisa?
All right, turning to crime now. The murder rate is down in Pittsburgh, and that is in line with nationwide trends. But there have been several incidents in recent months of violent crime downtown and on the south side. And the current administration has tried several strategies. So, Mr. O'Connor, 60 seconds, what is working and what would you do? What additional things would you do?
Well, first thing you have to do is hire a full-time chief of police. That will help build the morale in our officers, but show that you are a mayor that's committed to our public safety, because that's one of the #1 goals the mayor has to have. And then when you're investing, invest in organizations and programs that have shown success. The REACH program, which is out in our communities, using community members to help stop violence in our neighborhoods, provide services to kids and families that are going down the wrong path. REACH is one organization I would continue to support, as well as the Roots program that goes out into supposed to be 6 citywide locations that I believe we should have in the future, 1 in each public safety zone or 1 in each police zone, so that we can give assistance to our residents who are struggling with mental health, drug, and alcohol addiction, because we know that's the stem of a lot of this violence that we're seeing. So doing those things right up front shows that you're a mayor that's believes in public safety and is committed to it.
All right, Mr. Moreno, your plan to address crime.
We have to trust our police officers and train them in order to serve our city, and we have to have them present. We've already established that Corey O'Connor, when he was a councilman, has defunded the police. They steadily take money out of the police training fund, and that leaves us without the police officers required to serve our communities. What they did with that money was put it in the Stop the Violence Fund, which has very, very successful units inside of it, but there's a lot of waste there. $36 million of training money coming out of the police budget is not being shown on the streets in the city of Pittsburgh. We're not providing mental health co-responses the way that it should be. There's money there to do it, and we're not doing it. We're not bringing money to the REACH program so they can put it into effect. That young man in Carrick who had to bring a knife and snuck a knife in because he knew he was going to be assaulted is a direct result of the failure of these programs and not funding them appropriately. They didn't have the money to move him away from the danger, and I'm going to make sure that that money gets spent appropriately.
All right, I'm going to give a 15-second rebuttal to Mr. O'Connor if you want to address the issue about defunding police.
Yeah, so that never happened. When I was on city council, we never defunded the police. What we did was take from a separate pot and invest in community policing. Community policing is something that I believe in. The REACH program is something that was supported by the Stop the Violence Fund. Community policing enables our officers to connect with our neighborhood. Somebody else in this room doesn't believe in community policing, and that's wrong. If we want to have an approach with our public safety department, we have to have them in the streets and committed to a full-time public safety approach that brings the community together.
We have to wrap. We are going to stay on the topic of public safety, though. Rick?
Yeah, Mr. O'Connor, you brought up, you mentioned the police chief. The current administration has had 5 different police chiefs or acting police chiefs. How will you select a chief committed to the city, and what qualities do you want in the next police chief? Mr. Moreno, you have 30 seconds to answer that.
I go back in and I look at whoever is applying for this position and look at their record before they were ever promoted and see what they were active in, see what they're good at. Make sure that they have mental health training and public service in mind in the very beginning. I was a community police officer. I know exactly what it takes because I walked those beats on the north side as a community police officer. For Corey O'Connor to stand here and say he did not do that, the proof is in the legislation.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno. Mr. O'Connor, how will you select a police chief, and what do you want to see from them?
Yes,
you have 30 seconds.
Yeah, first of all, we have to have a police chief that understands the city of Pittsburgh. We are not going to spend taxpayer money on a national search. We want somebody that understands Pittsburgh. Maybe he or she is already in the department, or he or she wants to come back. But it's going to be somebody that's centered on community policing, because that's how you have a police force that's effective and that you build community trust.
All right, we have to move on here. Mayor Ed Gainey allocated $1 million tax dollars for April's NFL draft in Pittsburgh. Police and Public Works will likely get a lot of overtime during that event. And with a tight budget, as we have mentioned, Mr. O'Connor, do you stand by that commitment, or would you make any changes?
I would love to actually see the details of the commitment, but we don't see that right now. We know that the NFL draft is going to put a strain on the city of Pittsburgh and our resources. So we have to be collaborative and have partnerships with the state, as well as the sheriff's office and the county, so that we ensure that week is a great, successful week for our city. Is $1 million enough? We still don't know where that money is being allocated to. I believe it has to be improvements around those zones where the draft is going to take place, but also making sure that when the draft is here, that we as city taxpayers get a benefit from it. What are we seeing besides people going to the North Shore and Point State Park? What's going to benefit our neighborhoods? We want people to explore Pittsburgh that week, not just be at the 2 site locations for the draft. Explore our neighborhoods, explore our downtown, explore our Strip District and other great neighborhoods that are within a couple miles of that zone.
All right, thank you, Ms. Moreno. Same question. Do you agree with the city's allocations of resources for the NFL draft?
I've seen the deal. That $1 million goes to an educational fund run through Visit Pittsburgh. It's not defined on exactly what it's going to do or how it's going to be spent, but it's not going to be towards the resources needed to perform the draft functions over those 5 days of a party that's going to happen, which is good for the city, but it's not going to improve our bottom line in the budget. Those numbers are variables, and nobody's been able to show how the city itself is going to benefit, but the county will because of those tax revenues. The city wrote that check 100%. They had 3 years to pay it. They paid it all in one check. What we don't know is where that $1 million came from. What pocket of money did they put forward to some place where we don't know it's going to be spent? We know that we are going to be responsible according to the deal for all aspects that are contained inside of the necessity to run this. Aerial surveillance, on-the-ground surveillance, police, we are responsible for it, and the $1 million doesn't cover it.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno. Rick?
Yeah, Lisa, I have reported on numerous problems with the city's aging fleet, from an ambulance that snapped an axle to a third of the city's snowplows out of commission just last winter. The current administration is allocating only $20 million over the next 6 years, but city officials say $20 million is needed every year. Mr. Moreno, what's your plan to deal with the aging fleet?
To go back and put it in the city's hands first, we shopped out our mechanics' ability to be able to take care of our fleet. It's not working because there's no accountability. We know for sure that the city did invest in the fleet. They bought 150 electric vehicles and built the charging ports for them, but none of those vehicles are emergency vehicles. There's no medic trucks, there's no fire trucks, there's no police cars. They're misspending our money. We have to direct it to where it's needed. We're under accreditations that if right now they were to come in and test the police department and test the fire department for their ability to have their vehicles under the accredited national value, we would fail miserably. So I'm going to take those monies and direct them right to the fleet itself, to making our fire trucks and our medic trucks operable, and bring our police cars back in line. We also need to start restructuring how we're going to go on patrol with foot patrol, bike patrol, and maybe some electric units.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno. Mr. O'Connor, what's your solution to the aging fleet?
This is where leadership comes to the table. This is where you sit down with our larger nonprofits and come to an agreement for a large community benefits agreement that focuses within their mission. Their mission is to save lives. So is our EMS, police, and fire. And that's where you sit down as the leader of the city and negotiate a long-term deal where we are purchased ambulance from a long-term community benefits agreement, police cars, as well as fire trucks. That's how we can finally build a partnership with nonprofits that will impact our city, support our residents, and encourage and make sure that we are safe for years and years to come. And that's how you invest in the fleet. You have a plan and a structure to talk to those larger nonprofits about what fits their mission, and those things with public safety fits their mission directly.
Thank you, Mr. O'Connor. Lisa?
All right, turning to affordable housing now. It has been a top priority of the Gainey administration, but there's also been controversy and pushback. Just last week, Council Member Anthony Coghill accused the administration of spending too much on affordable housing and not enough on the aging fleet. So, Mr. O'Connor, how would you address the city's affordable housing crisis? You have 60 seconds.
Yes, well, first of all, when I was on City Council, we passed the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, which created millions of dollars and now up to $30 million to bridge gaps so that we can ensure that we have affordable housing. When I was also on City Council, nobody thought we could build affordable housing in Squirrel Hill. The two major developments in Squirrel Hill when you enter the gateway to Squirrel Hill are affordable housing projects. I believe we can build affordable housing in each and every neighborhood, but it takes a leader who's dedicated to do it and somebody that understands the process in order to get tax incentives, whether it's a 4% or a 9%. The other thing we don't look at enough is the 11,000 parcels that the city owns. They need to be shovel ready so that we can partner with community groups and community organizations so that they can help rebuild their neighborhoods and focus on workforce, affordable housing, and market rate housing. And we also know the key to transitional housing is also building another 500 plus units. But the one thing we have to do in order to grow wealth and generational wealth is create homeowners again in our city.
All right, thank you, Mr. O'Connor. Mr. Moreno, you have 60 seconds.
Pittsburgh, it's conditioned by our political leaders. They all do the same thing to deceive the regular people out in our communities about what's going on with this money. Affordable housing. I don't think that phrase means what they think it means. Affordable for who? We know by the numbers that they are producing right now through this city that we are making tremendous gains. 403% gains in residential housing in the city of Pittsburgh from 2020 to 2023. They can't tell you how much money they are spending in housing in the city of Pittsburgh. And when I say tell you, I mean the middle class, the working poor, the people that are on assistance. They can't tell you that we're growing faster than anybody else in the country, that we have $100 million coming through, that there's a 1,700% increase in building, because there's still communities suffering, and they're telling us, they're lying to our faces that they don't have the money. I'm going to give it to you, folks. I'm going to bring that love and commitment to you in your communities.
All right, I want to stay on this topic because I want to ask you both, can you please give us specifics? I'm going to give you an extra 30 seconds. For instance, you mentioned tax incentives. What does that look like? Are you talking about having developers pay into some kind of a housing fund, or maybe some other incentives like offering taller buildings? Please give us specifics of what your affordable housing plan would look like. Mr. O'Connor, we start with you. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah, so you already have the Housing Opportunity Fund, but then go a little bit further. When you look at density, and it's actually in a bill that would include inclusionary zoning. And inclusionary zoning is a tool that can be used in certain markets. Citywide, it does not work. So I credit City Council for the amendments that they made last week when it came to the inclusionary zoning bill. But when you talk about density, that's something that we could all be supportive of, especially around our small business districts and our transit systems. That's how you can build an incentive to build more and more affordable housing around those areas.
We're running out of time here. So, Mr. Moreno, 30 seconds for you on this.
My partnership with The nonprofits are going to be in training programs that they sponsor in our communities for the trades, for childcare. Then we use that to build a movement inside of our communities, allowing them to build their own housing, building housing that they can afford in their communities. Once we commit to that, we can go ahead and allow that permitting process, that licensing process, to give it back to the community and let them build those properties that have been abandoned to bring people back to the communities where they want to live. We can do it. We have the money.
All right, 15 seconds for these questions, rapid fire questions. Being mayor is not easy. We've talked about some of the problems. We're going to start with you, Mr. O'Connor. 15 seconds. Why do you want this job? Why do you want to be mayor?
Because I love this city. I want to raise my kids here. And I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. And I believe Pittsburgh should be every family's first choice. And I have a love and passion for the people of Pittsburgh. And I think my 11 years on city council, 3 years as your controller, I'm committed to growing and building a city of the future. And that's why I want this job.
Thank you. Mr. Moreno, 15 seconds to you.
July 28th of 2020, Corey O'Connor voted for legislative number 2020-0410. That took $10 million out of the police budget every year. Our police officers that I come from are suffering, and now our community is suffering. They broke our city, and I'm here to fix it.
All right, thank you. The time went by fast. Time now for closing statements. 1 minute each. We begin with you, Mr. O'Connor.
Thank you, and thank you for having us here today, and thank the people of Pittsburgh for tuning in. Pittsburgh, we have a difficult job ahead of us. We are going into financial crisis. We are going into a shortage in our public safety. We have equipment that breaks down to and from calls. Right now, we need a leader with experience, a leader that's going to be proactive about growing our city, growing our region, providing opportunities for neighborhoods that haven't seen it in a long time to succeed again. We have to be collaborative. The next mayor needs to be able to work with communities, community organizations, and provide resources in those neighborhoods so that they can create generational wealth that hasn't been seen in a long, long time. I bring 11 years experience in city government, 3 years experience as your county controller. I believe everyone should pick Pittsburgh as their home. And together, I'm calling on you for your support on November 4th so that we can rebuild our great city again. And I want to thank you for this opportunity.
Mr. Moreno, you now have 1 minute.
Pittsburgh, thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to be in your city, for hiring me as a Pittsburgh police officer to protect this city. My experience is 24 years working in all neighborhoods, working with people, and watching how the city of Pittsburgh fails to serve the community. I'm here because I come from a place of service. I served my country and my military proudly. I served this city as a police officer. I took oaths. I took oaths to protect property and people. We're not seeing that right now. Our legacy politicians have been conditioned to operate to preserve themselves. That's what they do. I am not that. I'm here to serve you, Pittsburgh. I'm here to be for you. I'm here to show love to our communities, to give accountability and transparency. We need change, and I'm the change that you seek. Do not vote for the same thing over and over again. You know what's going to happen.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Pittsburgh. Godspeed.
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. That concludes our City of Pittsburgh mayoral debate.
And we thank both of our candidates for their time. And Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th. And after you cast your ballot, Channel 11 is your election headquarters with live updates on air and online all day and night long. And we leave you now with a message from Tim Stevens, chairman of the Black Political Empowerment Project.
The Black Political Empowerment Project, BPEP, as we celebrate 40 years of service to the Pittsburgh region, is proud to have sponsored with WPXI TV this morning's mayoral debate in concert with many of our community partners. The future of Pittsburgh and the nation is not in the hands of the politicians, but in the hands of the people. Every day across this nation, we witness the impact of those in political power to affect our daily lives. On Tuesday, November 4th, you have the power throughout the Pittsburgh region to help elect mayors, members of council and school boards, sheriffs, magistrate judges, judges to the Court of Common Pleas, Superior Commonwealth, and don't forget the retention vote of the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. The impact of politics is at a level many of us have never witnessed. When you don't vote, you disempower yourself, your family, and your community. Vote on Tuesday, November 4th, and have a lifetime commitment to vote in each and every election.